Hi.
Hi.
I'm very excited about this because I'm actually a former actor in the Les Mis tour from way back when, with the Marius Company.
Was
Back in
that
the
turntable?
yes,
Okay.
yes, turntable days.
Nobody needs to know what any of this means. We're talking. um,
So I toured with it for 4 years, and it's a very special show to me. So I'm excited to see.
have you seen this version?
I have not, and so I wanted to ask you. I know that there's changes,
Huh?
and I'm excited to hear about the changes and why,
You know,
what you think about them.
well, I grew up, of course, with the original version, but again, the vision of Cameron McIntosh, our producer, was at the 25th anniversary to revisit the piece, so that it didn't become a stale museum piece, and new directors came in. Obviously, the original production, the Trevor Nunn, John Kerr production, is the foundation of which it's all built. You know, and especially knowing how the rehearsals all went and back in the day, that it was created so organically. So we will always have Trevor and John um, for as our spiritual godfathers. Uh, but we had Lawrence Connor, James Powell, our directors that were brought in, and kind of re-envision the show, both physically and, to some ways with the physical then comes the staging as well, and revisiting some of the, the storytelling. And it's the show just moves like, I mean, it's 2 hours and 58 minutes, but it flies by. It is truly staged and directed within an inch of its life. It is truly amazing. And actually, Lawrence Connor, one of our co-directors, is coming out to see the show in 2 weeks. So he'll see the show. Again, talking about the original folks who put the show together are still involved. He's going to come out in 2 weeks. He'll see the show, spend a week with us, give notes to the company, and that's all very exciting. They're all in town. They're all stateside because they're working on Old Friends, the Sondheim review that's opening on Broadway that Cameron is producing. And also this week, actually, Stephen Brooker, our musical supervisor for Les Mis Worldwide, is here in Birmingham visiting us, as well as our sound designers. So again, everyone is still fully invested in the show. Yeah, I mean, it will always be, the story will always be the story of, Jean Valjean and Javert chasing him, and things happening on the barricade. But I think I'll be so curious to see what you think, having lived on it,
Yes.
in it, on it.
I'm excited about. There's video boards in this film,
Yeah.
right?
We have a video component to the scenery now. Technology which maybe didn't even exist, or certainly wasn't of the par that it is now. 40 years ago. But that I must say it's used so brilliantly, and dare I say sparingly. It's you don't watch the show going, oh my God, there's a video wall, which works for what it works for. That's not our show. And actually, the visuals are actually inspired by paintings, and they're actual recreations of paintings that Victor Hugo did. So it's actually really cool. And the way the visuals tie in with the video visuals tie in with the physical production is actually quite remarkable. So yeah, again, I look forward to hearing what you think. But at its root, though, I mean, the story is the story,
Right.
And and I don't. That's not being dismissive. I mean, it is that tale.
Well, it's still the world's favorite musical. So obviously the story stands up. Mine too. Yes, yes. And I think it even just won Broadway World last year for Best Musical and the Broadway brackets after all these years. So it's exciting to see it. Still the same musical, but with little updates here.
Yeah, no, I think it's as relevant, obviously, in 2025 as it was in 1832. I mean, to be honest, if you want to go back that far. Yeah. Oh, I also didn't mention, also in the show, hi, now I'm talking to the light people. Amongst our cast, we have 5 kids, ages 7 through 10 now, I believe. So because of that, we travel a teacher. The kids go to school. They're going to school right now, and then they do the show at night, and they alternate, so they don't do every performance. But yeah, so that's another factor, is that we still have little Cosette and little Ebony.
Which number's your favorite?
Um, I don't. I think. I mean, One Day More, the end of Act 1, is truly inspiring, and that's the time when we hear the audience reaction to that. I'm going to give verklempt. It's like that's like, oh my God, I don't care how many times you see the show, to hear that roar when the blackout happens after One Day More. And I'll be curious to see, you'll see a little ode to your version when you see the staging of One Day More. And then I mean, there's so many. I mean, like I said, they become classics, and part of, not just musical theater repertoire, but popular music. Whether it's Barbra Streisand or whoever's recording "I Dreamed a Dream." Yeah, and of course, like the beginning. I mean, those first notes after we say enjoy, Les Misérables, and those first notes, again, it's stirring. It's like, and in a world where not as much art stirs you as it used to. So that's why I think it's so special what we're doing, and the fact that we're playing the sold out houses. Please come see us, BJCC. We still have tickets. The fact that we're still, that the show still moves people like it does is like, again, I can't say it enough, a testament to the show itself, and not to dismiss the work that our cast does as well. I mean, it's truly the best singing on tour that you'll ever hear. It's remarkable. And a whole string section. I mean, it's like things in 2025 in this, day and age of, being efficient and, et cetera, et cetera. Again, it goes back to Cameron, who, Les Mis will always look and sound like this, and that's what people expect, and that's my job to deliver.
Second.
Yeah. So what song gets stuck in your head the fastest?
Oh, it's interesting. Every night, every couple nights, it changes a little bit. I was walking through the hotel last night, going da 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 da, singing Master of the House, because one of so my job is multifaceted. I have 2 stage managers who work with me. So one of us each night calls the show, and that means I'm wearing a headset and I'm talking to someone at the light board, the sound board, all the crew backstage. We're also on headset, and we're communicating. And I literally have Les Mis in front of me, the entire score, which has cues written into it. And I tell, strongly suggest, tell seems so direct. I tell them on certain notes of music, certain things that happen, when to do what they do. Whether that's push a button to make the lights change, whether that's making a special effect, whether it's making the video change, whether that's making our scenery, which is all computerized and run by an automation computer system, so that it all lands, at the same time the way it should. Now, the part of that means also that I'm listening to the show every night, singing along, going, da, 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 go. Yeah, it changes that way, but the songs, believe me, after months and months and months, the songs still get wrapped in your head, which again is a testament to their creators. They knew how to write a tune. What else we got?
Okay, so my next question is, what's the hardest piece of equipment to load in an hour?